Huh? Well, how about this? I love to suck
I swear to fuck if you say dicks.
popsicles, you sicko. Get your mind out of the gutter. But you know, dicks too.
Today, on A Brief History, we're going to talk about hell's most famous porn star, Angel Dust. Now, I'm mostly going to be focusing in universe, but I gotta mention that Angel Dust is actually one of the oldest characters in the Hazbin Hotel universe, being created all the way back in 2013, and first making his YouTube appearance in 2013 in a very strange video, which is the second video on the VisVPop channel. So that's a little interesting tidbit for you. I'm not going to go over the entire creation of the character, but I will be going over their entire backstory in Hazbin Hotel officially. Just to let you know, they're actually one of the oldest characters in the creation of the show, and one of the creator's favorite characters. So there you go. Angel Dust was born April 1st alongside his twin sister Molly. This is Molly on the right, and she does not appear in the show officially because, well, she's in heaven. We actually did see her officially, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Angel Dust was born into an Italian mob family, a web of crime, if you will, which is why all his family members take on the appearance of spider demons. We know that one of his siblings is a character named Arachnus, who has appeared in old artwork but hasn't appeared in the show yet, but I won't be surprised if they do show up later. Apparently, he would die sometime in 1947 in his 30s of a drug overdose, which is probably why he got his name of Angel Dust, which means cocaine in case you didn't know. It's slang for that. Angel Dust, originally named Anthony, when he went to hell, decided he was going to cut ties with the rest of his family, avoiding his web of crime and become a sex worker, because that's what he wanted to do, apparently. And this is where Angel would make the biggest mistake of his afterlife when he signed a contract with Valentino, who he was charmed by initially. The contract would basically make him work for him for basically forever, since he owns his soul. If there's any overlord you don't want to be owned by, it's Valentino, because he's very abusive to all the people he owns, especially Angel. He has a civic fascination with, because I guess he finds him very attractive, which apparently he is, because he became the #1 porn star in hell thanks to Valentino. And in order to numb the pain, Angel Dust, of course, went back to his old habit of doing drugs. Lots and lots of drugs.
Oh my god! My drugs!
Angel Dust continues down this path of self-destruction in order to basically kind of destroy himself so that Valentino will maybe leave him alone if he possibly wrecks himself enough, which unfortunately has not happened for him, so that's why he keeps up his act, if you will so. If you say so. But Angel Dust is still proud of some of his work, including one scene which gave him a sex award over Tiffany Titfucker, so he's very proud of that. Angel Dust has a pig, by the way, named Fat Nuggets. Apparently Valentino gave him. I just had to mention him because he's great. Fat Nuggets, he's a pig. He's fat. And he's apparently Fat Nuggets. Oh no, the kid cracks me up. So what hell isn't that great for Angel Dust? He did make a good friend in Cherry Dust, who he enjoys partying and doing carnage with. And you know, that's a nice, healthy relationship there, well, for the most part. Things started to change around for Angel Dust when prostituting himself on the street to make up for lost revenue, according to Valentino. Valentino's an asshole if you can guess. He meets Charlie Morningstar, who invites him to come to her hotel. He rejects the offer at first, but decides that him might as well. Charlie sees the good inside Angel, despite the fact that no one else really does, and thinks that he'd be the perfect sinner demon to help with her project of redeeming sinners in the Hazbin Hotel. For information, go watch my Charlie Morningstar video, or watch Hazbin Hotel. It's a great show. If you haven't watched this video and haven't seen Hazbin Hotel, what are you doing here? Like, come on. And Angel Dust decides that because he's behind on rent, it's a good idea just to stay at the hotel. That's his main reason, though. One of the main actual reasons is that he actually wants to avoid being near Valentino. And the Hazbin Hotel near Charlie Morningstar seems like not a bad idea. Though instead of trying to redeem himself, he decides that he'd rather much do a gang war with his friend Cherry Bomb against Serpentius, because that's a lot more fun. Charlie really bad on TV when it's broadcast to the whole of hell. The whole of hell. Let's try to say that 3 times fast. Though Angel Dust does feel a little bad about it, he decides not to act on anything and just chills out at the hotel still. But hey, the situation gets better because they have a new bar in the hotel thanks to the demon Alistair.
Shut up! We are keeping this.
And he immediately starts flirting with the bartender Husk, who he may or may not have a thing for. Maybe he's a furry. I guess every character here is a furry, technically speaking. So for the most part, Angel Dust just stays in the hotel just for his own personal gain, but he does suggest that he can help advertise it by using his sex appeal to get the horniest demons in there. Though he isn't really happy when his old enemy Serpentius is invited to the hotel and distrusts him, for good reason because Serpentius is working for Vox and tried to sabotage them. But Serpentius is allowed to stay in the hotel because it starts with sorry. It really does start with sorry. Because he has to stay at the hotel, he's be part of the trust exercises that he doesn't really want to get involved with, and starts mocking and trying to flirting with pretty much everybody there. But he does start to bond with the rest of the characters, and they start to like him back for who he is and learn to go see past his facade into his actual nice demeanor and not his demon demeanor. But unfortunately, Angel still has to work for Valentino as he's still under contract and has to do more oppressive scenes for him that are very degrading. This becomes worse when Charlie tries to get involved in his job and Valentino gets really pissed off that Charlie Morningstar is there and trying to intervene with his production. This causes him to be even more self-destructive than he usually is and flirt with Husk even more than he usually does. These two have a lot of weird sexual tension, I guess, between them. While Husk looks annoyed by Angel, he does go out and try to save him from random sharks from drugging him. The while Angel Dust explains his backstory to Husk, and they break down to each other, and Husk tells Angel Dust that he used to be an overlord. And through the bonding of both being losers, they realize that it's not too bad as long as you're with another person to help you along your way. Isn't that nice? They might be lovers. Well, not really, but maybe they will. It's a popular ship, and honestly, I support it. And through his new relationships between the other cast members of Hazbin Hotel, as well as his maybe romantic relationship with Husk, Angel Dust decides he actually wants to become a better person, and helps out Nifty at a bar over crying because she's a little crazy. And even stands up to his tyrannical boss, Valentino, in order to protect his friends. He's a good guy. And this time his actions actually helped Charlie when she's in court trying to prove her case that Sinner can be redeemed by showcasing him. But of course that was all for naught because now the angels are going to attack, not Angel, but angels, actual angels, are now going to attack the hotel. Angel Dust decides with the rest of the crew that he's going to help protect the hotel as a last stand because he finally made friends and he's going to protect it no matter what. So he puts his old gangster outfit on and helps kill as many demons as angels. Seriously, what am I doing? I'm off my game. The battle is won thanks to the help of Angel Dust and the rest of the crew. You know, he did enough, you know. His pig is alive, that's all that matters. But everything else is kind of sad because it's broken down. But he helps rebuild it for the rest of them, and it gets rebuilt. So now the Hazbin Hotel is once again rebuilt, and nothing bad could possibly go wrong. So for the fact that Fox could be the main villain the next season, and Fox is part with Valentino, meaning that Angel Dust might get tortured some more. But we will have to wait and see until season 2. Thank you for watching, and that was the entire history of Angel Dust. Will we see his family? Maybe. Will he die? Probably unlikely. People said, oh, he might die, but because he's one of the most favorite characters of the creator of the show, I doubt we will see that happen. But yeah, he's a fun character, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more, and let me know what character you want to see next, or a series, or whatever, in the comment section down below. See you then.